What's up? What's going on, my Periscope friends? It's good to see you guys this evening. Well, I can't really see you. What's up, Lex? What's up, Lex? Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Hello. Yes, I am Desiree Lee, best-selling author, public speaker, and philanthropist. I travel nationwide, sharing my story in hopes of preventing teen incarcerations, encouraging those who may feel as though they're in a dark place, and to show people nothing is impossible. What's up, birthday boy? What's going on, Mac? It's good to see you this evening too as well. Well, hey, you know me. I'm up late writing, preparing, and just getting everything situated. You know what I mean? Yeah. That full moon done passed and I'm trying to get everything together. So feel free, to join me tonight. Nothing spectacular. I just want to share with you some of the mistakes I made and some of the things that I learned of becoming a self-publishing author that no one has told me about. Hey, they say, the best lessons are the mistakes that you make and you learn from them, right? Can I get a high five on that? Or what? Hey guys, if you're an aspiring author, beginner, or a pro, then this is definitely the scope for you because I am the author hacker. High five, Mac. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much for that, my friend. I help you guys increase your visibility, and I also teach you how to increase your income. Okay, we focus on print, digital, and also audio books. So let's get right into it. The 5 things that I've learned after becoming a self-published author. The first one is your story is not for everyone. I swear, when I wrote my book, I'm like, you know what? This book is going to impact everyone in the world, and it's going to resonate with every single person. But guess what? I was wrong. I'm not saying that not everyone can not relate to my story because not everybody's been to prison. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that, and not every parent had a child that's been in prison. So it's up to you, the author, the self-published author, especially if you're having speaking engagements and or if you're thinking about writing another book on top of the first one. But you do want to keep in mind your audience that not everybody is going to relate to it. Some of my clients are domestic violence survivors. Some of them, feel as though that this is going to apply to the world, or like everyone has went through domestic violence. Not everyone has been the victim of it. Some people are the ones who are inflicting pain. So it's not going to resonate with everybody. And being okay with that. Being okay with people saying, I never experienced anything like that, but I found myself in some dark situations. Okay, then that's cool with them. But just be okay with your story is not going to change every single person's mind, but you will make a great impact if you share your story. So just know that, okay? The second thing that I've learned, where it's kind of real personal to me, the second thing that I learned of becoming a self-published author, which is stick to your own style. I swear, I didn't know anything, guys. I didn't take a class. I didn't take a public speaking class. I didn't take a writing class. I didn't have any idea. When I was asking people questions, they were hardly giving me the answers and or giving me the whole entire runaround. So I had to kind of make some mistakes on my own. And so what I did was, it's like, you know what? Don't go out there and recreate the wheel. My mentor said. He said, don't recreate that wheel. It's a reason why there's 4 wheels on a car. I was like, you know what? You're right. So let me go and watch TED Talks. Let me go and actually study TD Jakes. Let me go and get on this YouTube and look at the great speakers from Will Smith to, everybody, okay? And then what I was finding out was unconsciously, because I watched these people so much when I first started speaking, is that I was speaking like them and was wondering why wasn't I? Yes. No, you study your craft, right? But you stick to your own style. You stick to your own style. Sometimes we see people who we want to, emulate. You know what I mean? And we're like, oh my gosh, it's just so great. It's so powerful. You know, how are they saying it? Their gestures, their tones, their hand movements, and everything else. And you start to sound like them. But see, God didn't create you to be that way. Yeah, you know, but sometimes even though you might feel that you're intelligent, and I appreciate the compliment, but sometimes you still try to, not saying that you want to be like TD Jakes, but you start taking some of their gestures and some of their styles. Well, I'm saying stick to your own style. It's okay. It's okay to be yourself. Yes, Lex. It's definitely okay to be yourself. And when you stick to your style, you end up blazing your own trail like a powerhouse anyway. And then you don't really realize how, like, whoa, when you look at yourself on that camera, or when you look at yourself on that DVD, if they record it, or on that video someone recorded for you, you like, is that me? No, that is not me. Oh my gosh, that doesn't sound like me. But when you get comfortable with yourself and everything, I promise you, fear will go away, the anxiety will go away, the nervousness will go away. So that's another lesson that I learned. Stick to your own style and blaze your own trail. The third thing that I learned, and I actually wrote these things down now, but so many other lessons than 5, but I think I can only give you 5 tonight. But there was so many lessons. I mean, it's the best way, but sometimes it's hard though. Sometimes it's hard. It is the best way to be, but sometimes it can be difficult. You know what I mean? It can be difficult not to be yourself, but your own style, and be comfortable with that. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely, Gibbs. Sometimes it is, yeah, we do want more, but I'm talking about your own style. Like, you know, it's hot outside, but you want to wear that beanie. You know what I mean? Or you want to wear that cowboy hat, and you know nobody is wearing this cowboy hat, but you get up there, you better say your speech, or you better do your book signing in your cowboy hat. Not everybody wants to have blonde hair, but this is my style. Not everybody likes a short, curly, you know, but this is my style. Not everybody wants to wear the bold lipstick, but this is definitely my style, and you blaze your own trail. Absolutely. Fifth element. The third one. Hey, what's going on, Lorraine? I love being creative too. Absolutely. The third thing that I've learned is fit you to beautiful. Oh, thanks, Joe. All right. Okay, third thing is be prepared for the overflow. Girl, I wear all white too. I wore white too. I have a little hint of black, but I wear white too. I know everyone thought something was wrong with me. No, I mean, even Lisa Ray wears white all year, you know, and she says, I don't care. Who made up that rule that you can't wear white? Who made it up? I'm wearing white. Yes, I buy my own clothes and wear what I want, but you have to stick to it and blaze your own trail. You know what I mean? That's your style, that's your trail. And I'm telling you, it's really key to marketing though. It's key to marketing to stand out amongst all of the advertising and everything that we see too. On top of that, the next thing is to be prepared for the overflow. Sometimes there's 2 types of fear. One fear is not being ready really, but one fear is, oh, it may not work out. The second fear is, and maybe it will. And then we're so comfortable with just doing a little bit, or we're so comfortable with just doing enough that when the overflow comes, you're not ready. For instance, I'm telling you, this is a big lesson, guys, and you might want to take heed to this one. You might want to take heed to this lesson right here, okay? I remember I was speaking to, I had a speaking engagement, and I didn't think this many people were going to come. I'm talking about it was hundreds of people. And you know, I only brought 30 books. I had more books, Gibbs, but I only brought 30 books. I tell you what, I sold out in 5 minutes, but there was a long line. And I didn't prepare for the overflow. Hey, No, I didn't have enough. I sold out in 5 minutes, but I wasn't expecting for it to be a long line like that. I wasn't expecting for everybody that was there, even though it was hundreds of people listening to me speak. I didn't even expect them to even want to buy the book. Oh my gosh, girl. I was like, what was I thinking? Be prepared for the overflow. That's another good lesson. Be prepared. I don't care if you don't think it's going to be more than 30. You better be prepared as if it's going to be an overflow, honey. Make sure you're ready. And I did it again after that. Oh my gosh, I spoke and I only had 80 books. I thought I was doing something. I had 80 books on me and I'm like, oh, I'm doing good. I'm going to have 80 books this time. Sold out. I sold out in 30 minutes. And it was still a line of people wanting a book. And I promise you, I was so upset with myself because I did not prepare for the overflow. And now that lesson, I hope you guys take that to the bank. Okay? It may seem you might have a book signing, but you know, next time you better have, I don't. Sometimes I go with 100 or more books. 100 or more books. I remember one time I went with 400 books. I sold 140, but I went with 400 books. But I made sure I was prepared for that overflow, honey. I promise you. Make sure. That's one of the top 5 reasons or 5 things that I learned of being a self-published author. Absolutely. Number 4, Gibbs, you're really going to love this. But number 4, always be creative. Oh, no problem. That's what the author hacker is here for, Gibbs. Number 4, always be creative. You have to be creative. I mean, there's times where I'm doing my prison prevention speak to young people, and I'll ask people to come from the audience to help me share my story. You have to be creative, and you have to be impulsive too sometimes, because there's a teenager, you know, this teenager might be not the class clown, but you know, this teenager in the audience, you know, everybody is paying attention to that teenager, all the other teens, right? And so that one is not doing so well. You might be asleep or she might be asleep. I was like, wake that person up. I'm up here spending my time and this, that, and the other. But let me tell you something though, Gibbs. Let me tell you something. You have to be prepared for those kids or whoever you are to respond to you. So you got to be creative. So the thing of my creativity, everything that I say do is done in love. So when a child or somebody is, you know, responds back, then you have to respond back in love, or I bring them up and they'll say something back. I say, you know what? I'm so glad that you said something. I just wanted you to be awake. Come see me after I speak. I got something for you. So therefore, now all of the other kids are attentive because they don't know if I'm going to call them out to give them a free gift, to give them a book or anything. And now that one person that snapped back, he's not rewarded, or she's not rewarded for being disrespectful. She's rewarded because they did what I wanted them. They responded the way I wanted them to respond, which was be awake. Pay attention, because this is important and I don't want you to go to prison. So sometimes you just got to be impulsive, and then sometimes you have to make sure that you're always creative. Create. Another creative thing that I can tell you from one of the things that I learned that I just told you about, I didn't have enough books. I wasn't prepared for the overflow. But if I found myself in that situation, get creative. I had a notebook. I told my assistant, all the ones that are in line right now, take their money, get their name, who they want me to sign it to, where they want me to ship their book. And we took a picture together and they ordered their books right there in line. So I did not lose out. You gotta be impulsive. What can I do if I run out of books? What can I do? And then they just pre-ordered it. They didn't have to go home, go online and buy the book. You know what I mean? So you just go ahead and get it, because think about it. If you're in line, they're sold out. unless it's Oprah or somebody huge, you know what I mean? And so they sold out. Are you really going to go home and go on Amazon? Oh, I'll just go on Amazon and buy the book. Are you really going to do that? Let's be realistic. Those are impulse buyers who are standing in the line. So you want to make sure that you're available and get creative. And guess what? It's still professional. They feel like as though they're still going to get it autographed, personalized, and they got a chance to get a picture with you. So they're happy. And so you have to be impulsive. You have to be creative. And you have to be quick on your feet. You have to. You have to as a self-published author. The last thing is, it is okay to mess up. I know. We don't like to mess up. That's just us. We just don't like it. We don't like to mess up. However, I want you to know that it is okay. It's quite all right if you mess up, you make a mistake, or you stutter. Some of the best speakers that I've seen, even on YouTube, from presidential races to teachers to TED Talks, there's a lot of people that mess up, and it's okay. It's fine. It's fine if you mess up. The thing is, if you're speaking or if you have a speaking engagement with your book, don't acknowledge it in front of the whole audience that you messed up. Oftentimes, they don't even know that you did. They don't even know. And then they think it's great. And you're like, oh my gosh, but they don't know that I messed up. You know what I mean? Hey, Allison, it's good to see you. So yeah, so it's okay to mess up, okay? It's definitely okay to mess up. And also too, if you're an aspiring author and you're like, or either you're already a self-published author and you're not speaking yet or having engagements or giving your instructional material of your story, what I want to say to our aspiring authors are those who might be hesitating with sharing their story. Try it. You just might like it. Because when I became an author, I was like, I was very, very apprehensive. I was like, I don't know. Nobody's going to read my story. Who's going to buy my book? What if I don't make any sales? Do I really want to put my business out there? Or do I want to stay behind my mask? And then you have to try it because you just might like it. I don't know if I want to be a speaker. Are they going to listen to me? I might stutter. I'm telling you, try it. You just might like it. Try it. So when you're going out here and you're trying to write your story, this, and the other, just go ahead and do it. When it comes to social media and different posts like that, try it. You just might like it. When it comes to you getting on Periscope, try it. Get on Periscope, do your scopes, try it. Trust me, you just might like it. I kid you not. My first Periscope that I did, I was doing Hangman. I didn't even have no clue as to what I was going to say on Periscope, what I was going to do. I remember me and my daughter, we were sitting outside. Oh my gosh, Gibbs, it was hilarious. And I had got a manila envelope. I wish I had it like right next to me. I had a manila envelope and we were just doing Hangman. And maybe I have maybe 2 people on there. But guess what? After I just kept trying it, I like it. I love connecting with my scopers. I love connecting with my Perry friends. And I love meeting new people here on Scope. So yeah, I'm totally excited. Absolutely. And guess what, guys? I got some news for you too. I got some really great news for you. But these are the 5 top things that I learned of becoming a self-published author. And as I say all the time before, I know, right? That'll be so much fun. I just might do it again, but revamp or something like that. But before I leave this scope, I just want to let you guys know to do the best you can with what you have until you can do better. Whatever you start, make sure you finish. And just because you might have failed one time or another does not mean that you are a failure. Is your author hat book available? Make sure you send me an email, Gibbs, dleeinspires@gmail.com to get your copy of the author hack. Yes,